What's up, friends? This is Jazz bringing you number 4 of The Sims Let's Talk. We're back with The Sims 3. This time we're with the Paw family. Well, Edna Paw. She's doing a baby challenge, so you'll be seeing some stuff through here. So, there's going to be quite a bit of progress through this video, including how my life was the last few weeks. Long story short, terrible. I don't know, I can't really say whether it was the flu or not, but I almost could, I could talk, but I would gag and cough a lot, and it was miserable for me, because I needed my voice for 99% of my videos. So, actually, 100% of my videos, really, to be frank. So it was awful. I mean, I had some experiences through it. I missed quite a bit of work, and now tomorrow I'm missing. But I am going back Friday, but I'm not going to be paid for tomorrow, which is Tuesday, because I used my last sick day, I guess. And, literally, I'm trying to think what it was. Was it? No, not yesterday. Sunday morning. I got up at 5:45, got ready. My aunt and Kathy and I, went into the outpatients where I lived. We were there till 9 o'clock. We got there about a little bit after 6. We were there until 9 o'clock just to find out that it is just a cold. I don't need any antibiotics. You would think, well, fantastic. Oh yeah, we had a baby. Yeah. And I'm going to name this one Laura, I think. Yeah, I was going to name it Brenda, but Laura after. That's another thing. A very close friend of mine had passed. And we'll just say, I'm not going into any details by name or anything. We'll just say Laura was the name. I'm not going to go any further than that. We'll say she was very young, younger than I was. And I knew her since middle school. And it's hard to believe that someone younger than you could pass. And I must have said, I'm not going to get into the reason she did, because that would be giving away too much, but we'll just say the reason of it's hard to believe that someone her age, the reason she passed, makes me kind of scared for myself, too. And I was so sick I couldn't even attend her funeral. I couldn't even attend her funeral or visitation because of how I was feeling. And I just felt, pardon my language, I know there are kids watching this, but shitty. There's no stronger word I could use without getting in even more trouble. I mean, I had all intentions on going. Maybe not to the funeral, but at least to the visitation. And because of how I was feeling, I couldn't do it. But anyway, here is Laura. She has her father's hair in her mother's eyes. That's my plan for this one. I am going to show you the clothes I'm going to pick out, though. I needed to do some serious editing, and that's why I never showed you that part. The hair and the eyes. For this file, I specifically I write down the eye color of the parents. The hair, I'm usually okay. 90% of the time. So, and it's harder to take the hair, because you can't, there's so many different numbers. Like in The Sims 3, when you go onto the eyes and go to edit further, there's an R, G, and B, and you can edit the numbers to make it a certain color. So if a parent has a certain number and you write it down, if you write that in the offsprings, then it'll make it that color. The hair, there's one of those for each part of it. So it isn't just specifically one section you have to worry about. That's why I don't usually bother that. Like, it's kind of confusing, yeah, I know, but I've been learning about the game quite a bit. I've been getting quite a bit of custom content. More for the kids than with the toddlers. I really should get more toddler style, you know, but maybe I'll go after that later. Jeez, what was I going to say? But anyway, as I said, I talked about the passing of my friend. Yeah, I've finished my story about the outpatients. We're there. Well, we first get there, our wait isn't too long. We have to go through triage first, and that wasn't that bad. Then we get in, we get checked by the triage. Then we wait for a minute, then we get called into the assessment waiting room. So then we get checked out by this doctor who, Kathy says, doesn't look like a doctor but looks like an old man. I mean, the way he was walking, and I guess. I mean, I was more under the weather, so I didn't really notice very much. But so he checks our breathing, asks us a question or two, checks our breathing, and then he said he's going to prescribe breathing treatment and a chest x-ray. So at first I'm like, huh? But I'm like, okay, like whatever. So we get the breathing treatment, which for me was the most miserable thing Okay, maybe I'm exaggerating a bit. There have been things that have been worse, a lot worse. But it was more unpleasant for me than it was for Kathy. Kathy rather enjoyed it. But I think this is partially my fault because, well, I don't think I was doing it right. It didn't help me at all, the breathing treatment. So then we go down for the x-rays. We did the chest x-ray. So then we get that done. Like up till this point, it was going okay at speed. So then we go back to the room we were waiting for, that my aunt had her breathing treatment in. We were there for almost 40 minutes just for the doctor to come in and say, well, your chest x-rays look fine. Probably a common cold. I'm like, wait, does that mean no antibiotics? He said, nope, for neither of us. And bear in mind, Kathy was a lot sicker than I was at this point in time, because I had time for it to mellow out. I was sick since Sunday. Last Sunday, I meant. So I had a little more time to get over, but both of us were diagnosed with just common colds. No infection whatsoever. The thing that got to me is, he did almost everything right with Kathy. He looked down her throat, you know how doctors, they do normally. Never looked down mine. I mean, you think that would be a common practice. Yeah. Both Kathy and I thought that was a bit of a odd visit, treatment. I mean, that's that. Kathy kind of enjoyed the breathing treatment. Me, as I said, partially my fault for it not being as pleasant. But still, really. I mean, the highlight of that day was I got one of those, I don't eat eggs very often. I mean, I don't really like eggs, but I might be willing to try scrambled eggs again at some point. But at McDonald's, I got a cheese and sausage sandwich, on an English muffin. That and a hash brown. That was the highlight of my day. And I'd never had them, and I was going to do a Jazz Tries, but I was just so hungry and out of it, I didn't care. I'm sorry, guys. For once, I didn't care. Went all this way for nothing, almost. I mean, I suppose, as my aunt said, we found out it wasn't an infection. But great, we don't have a lung infection. How about my throat? Felt like there was something wrong with it. I mean, okay, again, I guess I can kind of understand myself not saying, oh, I have a common cold. But Kathy, she was sick, she was miserable. It looked like more than just a common cold to me. But I mean, I'm not a doctor. But as my aunt, as Kathy, I keep saying my aunt, but I've been better at saying just Kathy. As Kathy said, she didn't look like a doctor to hit her. Now, to be fair, I said I don't know names. We never got his name, thank God. It could be more anonymous. Yeah, okay, it's a male. Because I said, but to me, I admit, I don't think I would say, oh, he looked like just an old man. But to me, like, just the way he had his stethoscope over his shoulder like that, like he, like, whoop, like I'm having a lazy day, I'm not gonna look professional. To me, he kind of looked like a clown, sort of. Not literally with the makeup and everything, but just his personality and the way he walked. And yeah, you guys are probably going to get a big kick out of this Let's Talk, aren't you? Again, I don't know what was going on that day for the guy. I have no idea. And all we both know is he could be 100% correct. Or maybe we were just hoping, or maybe I was just hoping for more. Yeah, you're probably thinking, why do I hope to be having a fetch? Well, at least if I had a reason to have antibiotics, I would be able to get better. Like, with the help of antibiotics. Pretty much all I have to do now is ride it out. Which, with my luck, we never know how long that's going to be. I mean, fair, I am doing better. But as I said, Friday, for sure I have to get into work to get the money that I have, and I have to get back on track. Otherwise, and I have to do all this with still having a mild cold. Or with a cold. So I don't even have any hope to have added assistance when it comes to getting better. I literally just have to ride it out. And you guys are probably saying, oh, but there's cough medicine and cough suppressant. Don't you have any? Yes, we do. One of the most miserable things I've ever taken. I mean, I know, oh, does it taste awful, but it has to work. Yes and no. It works in a way, but it doesn't in another. If I want to get, like, I know, okay, again, warning for those who are easily disgusted. TMI, I know. Yes, this stuff helps getting the phlegm out. It works really well for that. But as a suppressant, not so much. Let me just put it this way. I take the medicine and maybe it might seem to work for maybe a half hour tops, if it works at all. But then I'm still coughing. But then into the night, I'm gagging that it almost feels like I'm coughing so hard that I'm shaking. Tears are down my face. Again, TMI, sorry. Snot is running down. My arms are just... My muscles, like, in my arms are just sore and tight and hurting really bad. And in the sense of the word is it's a violent cough. So I found that since I stopped taking that medicine, it has the bad reaction has gone down dramatically. I may still have it once in a while, randomly, but it isn't as predictable, right? Like when I'm taking that medicine, I kind of know it's going to happen at some point, right? And it just makes it worse. And you're thinking, well, sometimes you have to go through a lot of pain to get the results. Yes, I know. But why can't it be during the day during the day when I'm not at work? That's what I mean. If I'm not out somewhere, why can't it happen when I'm just home and have to be awake anyway? I mean, I know people will say, oh, it gets worse at night. Yes, I know that. So I know that, but I'm just saying that as a wish. Like, I already know why it happens so late. I know, I'm sorry, so far this has been almost me just complaining about my illness and that, but really, that's the biggest thing that's been going on in the last 2 weeks. I honestly almost couldn't do anything for my channel. And when I was able to, I was lucky. Because even when I didn't always have to record my voice, like if I was editing a video or recording something, sometimes I wasn't physically up to it. And I mean, I'm finally getting back into the groove of things. I mean, at last. I'm just laughing at that. What's Brenda's hair color? I mean, I'll fix it when she's a child. Trust me, I do. You're gonna see quite a bit of this family in this video, so you'll see me go through some progress. Oh yes, I potty trained both of them and cleaning it out. Okay. What else has happened? Oh yeah, I forgot to tell you, every now and then I am going to be taking a drink of water because of my throat. Wait, is that? Oh my gosh, that's a ladybug. Aww. Yes, I'll catch this ladybug. Jeez, I'm trying to think what else happened. Well, I've been sort of playing quite a bit of Fallout Shelter a little bit. No, guys, you're not going to let's play on it. It's one of those games that it's best not to. But it is entertaining nonetheless. I played Fallout Shelter. What else? I mean, there wasn't really much that I could do. Aww. Now I'm really gonna have to. Yes, I confess. Sometimes in these files, I do use mods to speed up pregnancy or to actually get pregnant without having to get into that loving relationship. We have to eventually get her out of there because she's going to school soon. And unfortunately, I don't complete that 3 apple thing, which sucks. I guess I underestimated my abilities here, or overestimated my abilities. So you'll be going to school in 30 minutes. Okay, not 30 minutes. Well, now in 30 minutes, so I'm gonna have to cancel out of... Is it Leah and Winnie? I think it is. Yep. So then they can go to school at the same time. And you're still doing your stuff. Good. But hey, I actually had some funny stories to tell you. A funny story, as I said, about my friend's passing was tragic. But I mean, I got one funny story out of it anyway. I also, as you guys have seen already, had my final part of my subscriber special up, finally. Like, I've been doing quite well. I mean, as of now, I don't know if by the time you see this I'll still have it, but I got 108 subscribers now, so I'm slowly growing. As they say, slow and steady wins the race. Although, as for me, I'm probably the tortoise. But the point is that I have fun doing it. And as I said, whenever I feel like great, then it's... Oh, I actually do have more to tell ya. I'm actually starting to finally learn to cook by myself. I know some of you are like, Chaz, you're 27 years old, and, well, my family who are on this thing knows. But yeah, I know how to cook, like, chicken burgers and even fries in the oven and that to an extent. But I've never been good with the stove. like making hamburgers or things that I have to flip in that, like, or following instructions very well. But I finally am learning. Like today, I made 2 burgers for myself, plus, that instant potatoes. I've learned to cook them up, too, and read the instructions and make them, like, learn how to make them and learn to kind of be comfortable making them. Kathy is so pleased. It's one thing so far, but it's still one thing that she may not have to cook for me anymore. 2 things. I mean, unless it's work related, then she'll cook it for me for work, but if it's supper and whatever, then I'm usually good. I mean, of course, whenever I do it, I have to set a timer when to flip them. Like, I know now it's 4 minutes one way, flip, 4 minutes the other, then 2 again, 2 on each side, again. So I'm learning this, but I always have to set a timer on, like, the stove timer to remind me and keep me on track, but it's my own way of doing it, and I'm still doing it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, so I guess there has been some things that changed, right? And I said, I'm not going to get too far into this, but we'll just say it's disability related. We had an appointment for disability related, and apparently 80% of my issues can be fixed. Which I don't know whether to say is good or bad, but that gave me a little incentive. Like, I have to learn to do things like cooking that on my own. We'll just say if I ever wanted to go into, like, say, an assisted apartment, it's something that I would have to learn, like, if something ever happened to Kathy. So it's just something that I have to put my own incentive towards. As I said, it's funny, like, things have never hit me to this point before until I heard it that way. I mean, it's still going to be difficult. Like, there's still things like eating and being more active in that I do struggle with. But maybe if I really think to put more incentive towards it, that if I look at it in a more positive light, right, instead of saying, oh, jeez, now I'm going to have to do it. What if I don't feel up to it? What if I'm not feeling good? Like when it came, for example, when it came to making the burgers, Kathy was like to me, well, if you really have to go to the washroom, like badly, should put the pan to the other side where it's not burning. It'll be fine to leave it. And that made me feel a whole lot better, knowing I can't easily do that with no consequences. So it made me, and like, I didn't even have to go to the bathroom once today when I made it. And I didn't have to bring my game down or anything. I mostly was busy preparing the potatoes, actually. So between me flipping the burgers and mixing up the potatoes and the water and that, I just, like, managed to work it out that way. I mean, I probably shouldn't always have something with 2 burgers that are heavy calories, but I wanted to double test my cooking today, and as Kathy said, she didn't mind. Like, I did pretty well. And this is the only thing I had today besides my ice cap, so I have to kind of stick it with that. I had a big supper, I had an ice cap. No, I'm afraid you have to fix the boiler. And then also, I guess you have to go to work, so I end up having to wait to fix the boiler because the poor kid has to go to work. Yeah, that is a big issue with that. When he has a job, and then there's a school opportunity. I was lucky to be able to get it all done without him getting arrested. Yeah, that happens with teenagers and even kids. They can be taken in by the police and then get grounded. That is completely, what is it? An inconvenient. Inconvenience, the best way to put it. Yeah, the guy I invited over to have my child, is just playing with the other children. Well, I suppose that's kind of nice too. Gives Mama a break. I know some of you guys are probably hating me for doing something. Well, okay, I'm sure some of you guys are loving me and hating me for doing something new almost each week with this series. Because you're like, oh, wait, what happened to the other family? Yeah, I know. But guys, if I kept going with the same family all the time, it would get, like, especially that I'm not planning a Let's Play on it, or I'm not very good at storytelling, it would get kind of old. So to see something a little different kind of makes up for it. But maybe if you guys want to, I might revisit some of the other families once in a while for a Sims Let's Talk. But I'll ask that question in below. Out of all the families you saw so far, who would you like to make another appearance? It definitely won't be next week. It might be someone else. I'm really thinking please don't keep me on this right away. But I do want to eventually visit The Sims 2. At least I may want to visit The Sims 2 once before going back to another family. But I did 2, and I'm doing 2 with Sims 3. And no, guys, I'm sorry, there will never be a Sims 1. Not as of now. Because I have no Sims 1 games, and even if I did, they wouldn't work on either of my computers, so unless somehow they re-release The Sims 1 in another format, we're just out of luck there. What else have I been up to? Well, I actually did record some footage for Life is Strange Before the Storm. All I need to do now is narrate it. Yeah, you know how that's gonna turn out. You may not see that for a good several weeks. And you're thinking, why not use your voice for that now? Well, as I said, Sims 4 Let's Talk is every 2 weeks, so this is the least I can do to get something out right away. Next to the countdown I got out. I'm just laughing at how inconcise I am. I said, oh, well, we're going to read whatever. And then I'm going to be like, oh, now I'm going to have to read to the kid. Or whatever. Actually, right now, I'm actually trying to learn to prioritize my time. Like, my aunt was not happy with me sleeping so much, but I was sick. Right? So, I'm gonna have to start getting up at 10 starting tomorrow. And staying up, so I'm gonna have to learn to prioritize my time here. Yeah, sorry for the coughing too, but you will get that once in a while. Because I'm still recording it well. I know you're probably like, in Jazz, you're sick. Stop. Well, this is just one narration. 1 hour, right, with water next to me. So it's not like I'm throwing up or kneeling over. Trust me, like a week ago, no, I wouldn't do anything. But now I'm at least trying to get this video here done for you guys. I mean, I'm thrilled that I got my last part of my countdown out. Like, what do you guys think of my countdown series, or my 100 subscriber series in general? Like, I know there were a whole lot of videos that I liked. But, I mean, I could never do 100 for one. That'd be way too much. And out of all my videos, the ones that I had chosen were, like, my favorite. Do I have any regrets with this list? How do I put this? Not really. I think I really did pick the best material to represent what I did, or what I do. But I mean, I know the only thing, if I had any regrets, if it is at all, would be maybe the lack of card openings or gamers pickup or whatever, but honestly, that regret isn't big enough, because card openings are card openings, and you're probably saying, well, you added a taste video with the Jazz Tries Cheesy Tots. Yes, but there's a bit of difference. I was kind of describing something. I add more in it than just, oh, this is the card. This is the card. Oh, I picked up this game and this game and this game. Like, there was a difference, guys. And I normally wouldn't add a tasting video either. But I felt this one was kind of special. Again, I kind of wished I tasted that sausage sandwich on video, but I will just say it was good. And I enjoy it. Well, my aunt just looked at it and was like, it's greasy. It's so greasy. I'm like, yeah, but it's good. Yeah, well, that's it. That's the way I felt about it. It's greasy, but it's good. Oh boy, I'm just counting down the time for the guy to get home. I think his name is what? I'm sorry, I didn't even get his name. But, geez, I just wonder if he's gonna get home. Because it's already like 9 p.m. So I think the time might be 10-ish. That his limit is. I don't know a teenager's limit. I forget. I'm gonna have to double check for next time. That way I'm not overdoing it. But I gotta say, this kid really did come in handy for me. Because he can read to toddlers as well. And I end up using him to my advantage later on. I mean, he isn't as fast as Edna, but oh, Ryan is his name. Well, I figured it was, but I wasn't 100% certain. But yeah, he isn't as fast as Edna is, but he does pretty well still. As I said, he has pretty high skills anyway, so after his homework, I believe I get him to read to Brenda? Well, or is it Brenda? No, okay, yeah. He doesn't do anything now. I'm trying to keep track. Right now, Edna's reading to this little guy. Oh god, I don't know his name. I feel so stupid. But the boy, and then later, after Laura and Brenda are done with their other skills, and I'll get Edna to read to Laura, and eventually Ryan will read to Brenda. Now, I'm trying to teach Laura painting. I don't know. No. I'm trying to teach Laura logic, and then Ryan's going to teach Brenda writing. Alright, I'm figuring it out. So who's learning painting is this guy. Although after she vomits, I feel so bad for poor Edna. Read with Alfie. Remember his name. Gosh darn it. Well, he's gonna learn painting. But it's fun. I actually kind of enjoy when I get to do this for you guys. I mean, I love playing The Sims anyway, and this gives me a double of a reason for it. Oh, speaking of ice caps, I'm trying to think. Friday, I believe. Was it Friday? Maybe it was Thursday. Whatever day it was, I got an ice cap, and you know what? I didn't enjoy it. I didn't enjoy an ice cap. You're probably thinking, Jazz, was there something wrong with you? Yeah, I think there was. Because I think it was some reason my taste was altered. And it was from the same area that I always get it. So, unless someone was being incredibly cruel when making the ice cap, I don't think anything they did was wrong. For some reason, my taste buds were off. Like, I could smell it, too. I had this smell in my nostrils, this taste kind of in my throat and in my mouth. When I drank the ice cap, that taste protruded. But today, it was fine. Like, there was just something wrong with my senses. Maybe it was sinus issues. I don't know, but I just, like, Kathy was shocked. I drank it. I didn't let it go to waste. But she was shocked. She says, when Haley doesn't enjoy an ice cap, there is something wrong. Well, there wasn't anything seriously wrong, but there's something off. So, also, for the whole week that I had bad issues with my coughing and that, I had no issues with my IBS. None. Didn't even go until, like, Saturday. I know, TMI again, I apologize, but but as soon as I started to feel better with my cold or whatever, it starts. So I cannot have one extremely pleasant day. It's one thing or the other. Okay, maybe I am exaggerating. I'm sure I've had days that were like nothing, but it just almost seems like that. Like I almost never have just a pleasant zippity-doo-dah. Like, never. So I'm trying to think what else. Look, I'm trying to think of other projects to do. As I said, right now I decided to not record any LPs from my Switch. Because I have to aim at my TV and I need battery and I need it dark and there's just so much going on, so I do have other ideas, but I'm still thinking of other ideas too, to keep me maintained until I can get a proper capture card or something. I mean, for my TV, like the systems on my TV. Because I definitely want to do a South Park Fractured But Whole Let's Play someday, and The Walking Dead. Like the final season. But I'm just figuring everything out first. Like, I've been really liking some of the indie games. I'm trying to think. Like the story-driven games. In a way, like the ones that are just random and different and it may seem that I've been doing games that are really off, in a way, like The Kite. I don't know if you've seen that one yet, actually. Oops. But I did record that as a series. And I'm just recording just small games for now until I get better ideas. Like, all I have to do for the Life is Strange LP now, or the Before the Storm, is to narrate. That's all I gotta do is talk. But each episode is like an hour almost, 40 minutes at the least. So, and I got like, I'm trying to think. Alright, I got 7 parts to narrate. Yeah, how do you think that's gonna go for me, guys? Just make a guess. Not very pleasant. I'm trying to really decide what to do with this. Maybe mine is today because I narrated this video for you guys. I might try to get one narrated a day. So that way it'll take me a week to finish, but I won't be overdoing it. Right? And that way I can just talk for an hour and play the game and get that edited and put up there. Like, when I say I got 7 parts, I mean including the bonus episode Farewell. But that bonus episode Farewell is all in it. All in one video. So it's a longer video, I think. So far, what do I think of Life is Strange Before the Storm? Maybe I'll do a review. I don't know. Like, I liked it okay. To me, it wasn't as much of a gut punch. Well, minus the bonus episode, but it wasn't as much of a gut punch to me. But I enjoyed it. As I did. I mean, okay, maybe I'm being underwhelming right now. But again, I'm still getting over my cold, so I really have to think about it. And then if I want to do a review on it, I will. To say what I liked, what I didn't, what I really feel about it. We'll just say in short, I liked it. It wasn't something I hated. It was something fun to be able to play. Okay, maybe I should stop now before I just give it all off. Poor woman that Edna is. Although this is my fault getting her pregnant so much. Actually, I don't know. After this pregnancy, I don't know if she can get pregnant again. I'm gonna have to double check the PC settings for the NROS and the pregnancy. And how many people per household. Oh, she realized she's pregnant. Hooray! Yes, honey, you're pregnant. Why do you think you were throwing up the last several times? I really inconveniently cut the reading time in half. Thank God I believe they let you continue. Oh, it is time for Elvie's birthday. You guys get to see quite a bit, don't ya? You get to see little Elvie grow up and... Well, actually, Elvie to become a child anyway. Not fully grow up. I mean, someday I might revisit this family with you guys. Maybe maybe one of the Sims 4 families. I said it's really kind of like, what I'll do is if I am going to revisit a family, I'll say whatever Sims talk it is, and I'll say whatever family revisited, whatever number that is. So then if you want to count that as a mini Let's Play on your own, a mini, story of your own, you guys want to make fan fiction or stories down below that you think of each Sim, then go right ahead. I'd be interested for you guys to know. Honestly, I think I've been doing pretty good with getting clothes and really making these kids. It's hard to really, I've been trying for the most part to mix the traits from each of the mother and father. Although I may have made a mistake with Brenda and Laura a little bit. I'm going to have to check them out. So, I don't know. The thing is, the only thing I'm unsure about is the evil trait on Brenda. I don't know. I'm going to have to check someday. I'm not 100% certain what is what.
Yes, you be.
Yeah. But I'll fix that up later, I suppose. Not in this video. I'll just edit it off camera if it's incorrect. I mean, I might still keep anyway. Just to make it a little bit different. having Brenda be the evil twin. Aww. I should really get more jammies. That's Christmas related though. I really need to get more jammies for these kids.
Dag.
Why is he allowed to wear a dress? This is so confusing. Okay, I apologize to those males who like to wear feminine clothing. I'm sorry, sis. In this game... Oh wait, no, this is The Sims we're talking about. Not anything made by Nintendo. Yeah. Jazz just made a stab and a funny. Like, I'm telling you guys, though, Nintendo is almost afraid to go into that territory. I mean, anyone in Tamagotchi life cannot have the same sex partner. Not even that. Let alone a female. I suppose you could make a male with a high-pitched voice. And, you know, there's some compromising, but I think there are still gender-specific clothes. No, I don't think there is, actually. So I think they're not too bad with the male sounding or looking like a female. But, or vice versa. But when it comes to dating the same sex, they just don't even try. You know, I can't quite just say Nintendo either. Any game like Harvest Moon or aimed at kids, they don't bother. Like Story of Seasons Trio of Pounds. Nope. You have a gender specific category. Although Stardew Valley, on the other hand, is really good for that. For allowing you to date the same sex. But that's because it was made independently. It's an indie game, a really good indie game. Like, I don't think you'll ever get a Let's Play of Stardew Valley either because of how limitless it is. Or, you know, open-ended it is, whatever. But maybe someday, I don't know. Don't keep me to it. I might still make some videos on it. But not necessarily long-winded Let's Plays. As I said, like, it's just a little bit too complicated to sort out. Alright, it is Ryan's day off. So, Ryan, you're going to have to stop that in like 2 seconds. Because you're going to have to read to your sister Brenda. Yeah, I'm so cruel to my... I'm so cruel to Ryan, aren't I? But right now, the mother needs all the help she can get. And to get Brenda started. For they can all be finished and aged up at the same time. But actually, I'm kind of glad that I thought of this idea, guys. Because it gives me a chance to catch up with you guys, and it isn't all just me looking at my face while I talk. Yeah, you get to focus on this, and if you want to make up again your own stories, your own... Okay, fan fiction is kind of the wrong word for this situation, because it isn't based on a TV show or book or whatever. Or a video game. It is a video game, but it's kind of an open-ended video game. If it was something like Stardew Valley or something, it would be different, a little different. because there's characters already made. These characters were made by me, so it's already kind of, you know, made up. But hey, your choice. If you want to make a story about Ryan, how he's always been left at home to look after his sibling, no, that would be a complete lie. Actually, very rare did I actually get him to do anything. It was that one time with Brenda that got him so far to do something. The mother is usually Edna. Now, she might be an ideal candidate to make a fan fiction on. I mean, how many kids has she had? She had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and one more. I know, it's not going to be twins, it's going to be one, guys. So 7 kids. She had 7 kids. So, yeah, she'd be one to be able to tell a good story on. Her life is all about her kids. And raising them in the best way she can. I mean, I really need a nanny. But I find that adorable, actually. I mean, I admit Brenda's hair is a little off, but she's just growing into it. Her hair is supposed to look like her mother's, but I guess the hairstyle I chose. But it's a cute hairstyle, so we can all just pretend it looks like her mother's hair. Or it looks like her brothers Elvie and Ryan's hair. That is what it's supposed to be. It really is, guys. So, should we get Elvie to paint again? Yeah. He's been doing a lot of large paintings, but he'll never become the next Picasso if he doesn't practice. Wait, is Picasso a painter? Or he'll never become the next Rubens. Unless he practices. Although, is Picasso a painter? Alright, you know what? Good thing I got my handy dandy iPhone here. Alright. Picasso. He was a Spanish painter. Well, he was still a painter nonetheless. Sorry, I was just researching. Alright, Peter Paul Rubens. Okay. So both of them were painters. Well, either way, Elvie won't become the next Rubens or the next Picasso without practice, being my point. Oh, Ryan is so cute with his sister. Oh, she's a bestseller! Woo! Yay! Leah. Yeah, that's her name, Leah. But 65. What? Hey, that's about the amount of days in the year, isn't it? I think. Lord, I'm probably wrong. I probably just made myself sound stupid, didn't I? Whatever. Now I get proper. If only my opportunity lasted one more day. Whatever. Oh yeah, making sure they're all ready to go to school. I gotta remember that Ryan goes to work today as well. Working hard and hardly working.
Oh.
And I have to get you to work hard. So now I just got 2 kids left here. Although I'm probably just gonna jinx myself right now saying this, and I'll betcha I'm gonna go into labor. But as of now, I only got 2 kids. Alright, yes, it's time to age them up. Woo! About time. At least then I'll only have 1 toddler to deal with later. It's time to age up Laura. See? We gave birth to them in this video, so now they're gonna become children. I cannot believe it. But I raised them right, guys. I raised them right. I'm trying to think, though, what have I been watching lately? Just while we're still talking here. I was watching a lot of the Mess Yourself videos. Guy's hilarious. And I was watching more of his reactions to, like, the story booth videos. Like, I've watched a lot of them, too. Like, the stories narrated by real, people. Kids, specifically. And, like, there's some really good stories, guys. I'm telling ya. Some that break your heart. Some that surprise you. Make you laugh. And that's just what I need, is the laugh when I'm not feeling good. And what else have I been watching? Well, I've actually been watching some of Manga ETC's videos. He's getting a lot better at it. I mean, his memory is better than mine ever could with any topic, honestly. I try to remember the last one I watched of his. I think it was Fire Brigade or something. Oh, he wants to go to the pre-game, alright. So yay, now Brenda's a child. I'm gonna make you a bookworm. Because you're gonna be a writer too. Research project, sure. My gosh, they're so grown up. Finally, now I'll pour. Oh, she's so cool. This is Laura. I love the way she looks. I mean, that is adorable. Like, the hair turned out perfect. And that's what her father's hair looks like, as opposed to, only his hair is more of a mohawk, and he's younger, actually. He was a teen father. Yeah, how sick am I? Let me see. Oh, I like that. I really still need to get more clothes. Yeah, here's Jazz saying she needs more clothes. You know what? That's something Jazz would not think in real life. Oh. Yeah, I like this. Trust me, in real life, Jazz would not like that. Yeah, I'm gonna have to get more athletic gear. And I definitely need more swimsuits. Gosh darn it, that definitely is a case. So cool, we are done with Laura. Now we need to edit Brenda. Evil little thing, huh? I think that's gorgeous, actually. And we need to go to Bookworm. She's gonna be a reader. I actually really like this on her, actually. It'll look good, like her evil trait. She'll be like superficial almost. She'll want to get ahead of her sister. Well, as a writer anyway. She may not be so ambitious in the smarts department. I think, I'm not sure, like, I'm not 100% sure where I'm going to put them under that scale. Yeah, I'm using that. Angry Birds. But nope. Let's see what pajamas I can use. No. Yeah. I like that better.
Mizubi.
This one is cool. Ooh, yeah, I like that. And we are going into the swimsuits.
Dag.
This I struggled with for a short period. And there really wasn't anything else. Like, I need more swim trunks for any gender. Yeah, perfect. I just couldn't find the right type, I thought that fit her.
Yabaga.
Pile permission slips. Okay, go ahead. Go ahead, enjoy your cake. You can have your cake and eat it too. One is eating in the chair. Watch TV while eating. Smart. At least they know how to use a dishwasher. Well, at least one of them does. I was gonna say, who do I have to thank for that? Maybe it was Laura. I mean, I can't judge. Speaking of, I'm gonna have to get, as I said, I'm getting another computer for Brenda, for she could start her book adventure, because one of the other kids, Leah, I believe, is the writer. Oh, of course. You're gonna go and write. Was it a fiction? And you're going to go and practice. Wait, I thought I got her to go deliver the thing. Let's go and deliver the very nice harvest, whatever. Because you don't need to babysit these munchkins anymore. Well, not these ones. At least I hope not. Let's hope I just didn't say something I will soon regret. Okay. So I have to drop off permission slips. Oops. We gotta work. Working hard or hardly working. That actually sucks. Oh, are we back here already? Well, if you're done, then you can just go home. But wow, we're getting near the end of this Let's Talk already. But I definitely want to see the birth of the kid, so I will allow that at least. So, we have a boy, and we're going to name him after some thought. Dawn. We're going to give him the friendly trait, I believe. I believe because his father has that. Awesome, Dawn. And now I'm not naming him after Donald Trump. I just kind of liked that name. So now we're going to have to make sure he becomes a big boy. And what are you kidding me, Edna? Great place to put your child. I hope CPS isn't riding by at this very minute. My gosh, Edna. Well. Okay, I'm definitely going to have to edit this kid. Yeah, I'm definitely going to have to edit this kid. Awesome. He has, I think, the hair color of his father because I want him to look a little different. I like this. And okay. see. I like this. That is adorable. I think I want to edit the shoes though. Perfect. And the Nighty Night, he's going to have... there. And I need to change his hair. His eyebrow, I mean. Oh my god, that's better. He looks literally gorgeous. He is absolutely gorgeous now. Oh, wow. Well, guys, I think I will end this video here. So if you enjoyed this video, give it a big thumbs up. If you're new to this channel and like what you see, please subscribe. It would help a whole lot. And don't forget to hit the bell notification so you'll know when new videos are coming out. And I will see you guys in my next video.